Alright, stage 5, goal 4. Possibly one of the trickier challenges of the entire event, the special event Electric Dream, where we gotta hit that target top speed, 366.9 kph, right? So, I ended up doing this going in reverse, because when you try to go in normal direction, your braking distance is just way too long. However, when you drive this car in reverse, braking distance is significantly shorter. I'm assuming because the acceleration of this car is very quick, so it's just the game's just thinking when you're going in reverse, if you try to reverse direction, it's thinking it's the acceleration to go the other way. You know what I mean? It does not make any sense in real world because that's not how brakes work in a car, but it is in this game because we're, brake means one thing and gas means something else, or acceleration means something else, right? So yeah, so the first challenge is the fact that you have to drive in reverse, which makes the steering pretty odd. It doesn't, like, it's not as smooth steering as if you were to, steer it while you're normally driving. When you're driving like every car in the game in reverse, it just, sensitivity, it's just really less predictable. There you go. That's a good way to put it. And number 2, I'm doing this in chase view because it is going to be the easiest to kind of guide your car the direction at the speed that you're traveling at, because you do have to make this corner right at the beginning in order to maximize the track, because you cannot go off track, and so you don't know when you're hitting the top speed target. You kind of have to guess. And the sort of a landmark that I'm using is that there's a kind of a big shadow of a light pole or something that's casted across the track on the sort of a slight downhill slope when we approach that first corner, right? That's what I'm using, somewhere in that vicinity, right? So depending on how solid your starting was, you can either pull it back a little bit, or you may have to push it further in, but it's able to slow down quick enough to keep your 4 wheels on track, which is important because one of the conditions here is no off track. So yeah, and then the rest of it, you just kind of race normal. So yes, a little tricky, but running with just the 7 upgrade that I put on in the previous stage to get past that speed snap at Silverstone, right? Yeah, this is really the only challenge that kind of might get in your way, because this is not like your obviously normal racing. I guess we had that where I had to cut across the track through sandpit to overtake one car, but not 2, right? That's kind of a silly challenge, because once again, I think that was the elimination. Was it elimination? I don't remember. But anyway, so there you go. And you cannot be overtaken here. So that was another challenge. But anyway, now that this goal is behind us, let's head on over to the final challenge of this special event in the next video coming right up. So stay tuned. See you there.